I feel like a fraud, but progress is being made. See, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, guys, because that is a lot. Hello, everyone. My name is Branson. I'm an actor, singer, dancer, songwriter, everything between influencer, like, you know, all that, all that jazz. Um, and I just like this video is gonna be different because usually I like have like little points in my video, and I'm just not gonna do little points. I'm just gonna like randomly talk and chat. So this is one of those videos. So just warning you. So currently I'm in a hotel because I'm in another city because I am filming something. Really excited about that. And I actually just got off the set and I just want to talk about imposter syndrome because I felt myself kind of having that while I was on set. And it's crazy because you could do an audition, do a callback, get the booking, go across the country, do like be in the middle of the job and be like, oh my gosh, like, do I really need, like, do I deserve to be here? And that's crazy because I always hear my friend, let me stop looking everywhere. I'm gonna try to look more at the camera, okay? I always hear immediately looks away. It's insane because when I hear other people talking about times where they're feeling like they don't deserve something or they don't deserve this, I always tell my friends, girl, you deserve this. You earned this. Look at this, look at that, look at that accolade. You did that. But then today, I caught myself doing that same thing. I was in the middle and it was my time to say my lines, do my scene and whatever. And I was like, did I do okay? Did I do that right? Do I even need to be here? And I saw the other actors working, doing amazing. See, they're so good. And I was just like, oh my gosh, do I deserve to be? Which is so crazy because I remember how happy I was when I got this, telling my friends and all that. And it's just a crazy thing. And maybe it could also be in your head because in my head, I was thinking, is this the right thing? Is this the right blocking? Is this the right way of going? When, you know, the director said, do this, and I did that, and then we're done. And I was like, okay, but like, I was like so bad. And it wasn't even like oh my gosh, it's the end of the world bad. It was just like these people are so good. Like, how? And I always hear this from other people, and that's what I realized. We need to stop. We need to stop being so down on ourselves and so you don't deserve this or this is not for you or this you may not be ready for this, when it's like, if you got it, babes, you must be ready for it, okay? Because I'm very much a person like, when something happens, it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen, and this is happening right now for me. And it's just, I was so focused in that moment of, was this a thing that I wanted everything to go perfect Tiana. But it was so hard for me to even enjoy the moment because I was so in my head about just everything. And I'm just like, Branson, you, like, literally, they cast you for a reason. They cast you because they liked you. They liked your likeliness. They liked the way of acting for this specific character. They like that. So you deserve to be here. And it's easy for me when I'm saying that to my friends. Why? Can we talk about that? Why is it always easier for us to give really good, encouraging advice to people that we know and people that we've like seen and stuff like that versus ourselves? Because I feel like we're always our first critic. We're always the ones telling ourselves, no, like, this is not that. You didn't do this. This could have been better. And when in reality, if we were talking to our friend like that, we would never talk to our friend like that. We would never say, you, and if your friends talk to you like that, I hope you can do friends, okay? Like, I mean, obviously friends can be real with each other, but like, just say you, no. And I'm always the one telling my friends, like, let's sit down and talk about it. This is what you've done. This is what you did to get here. This is why you're ready for this. And then me doing all years of acting and experience, getting a resume, doing like film stuff, trying to doing that. And then I'm here and then I still am like, I don't think I deserve to be here. Like, do I? Talking about this is really making me feel better. Like, even if it's for y'all are watching it like, okay, yeah. For me, it's throwing, oh my God, it's throwing it into the void. So I'm talking to the lens right now, but it's getting it off my chest is making me feel better because it's making me realize you're like, stop overthinking, which is a hard thing to do, okay? A very hard thing to do. But all these moments in your life, like you right now, you're going through something and you're taking those stepping stones to get to where you gotta go. And if you're not, let's start right now, babes, because I talked about a whole other video, like why we'll never be ready, and we need to stop waiting for this random just landing in your lap when you need to try, okay? Because I wish everything just landed in our laps, babes, because we will all just love that, sit back, kick, relax. But the reality is we have to go out for what we wanted. If I just only submitted for things in my city, I wouldn't be here right now. And I was like, well, I've never done work outside of my city, but let me start submitting because you never know where you're gonna go. And now I'm here. So it's just taking those leaps. And that's why I was like saying this to you is even making me think, wow, you were really on set, like picked in all this other stuff, but you're still thinking. And it's crazy how the mind works. It will really just make you be like, yeah, so we don't know if this is for you, but it is for you. You're here right now. It's the moment. It's happening. Yeah, be kind. We have to be kind to ourselves, okay, guys? Like, you deserve it. And I hope that you know you do deserve it, okay? And just, yeah, imposter syndrome is really insane. It's quite insane. Whenever I hear my friends talk about it, I'm playing with something. I'm sorry, y'all are like, why does he keep looking down? Sometimes I really have to gather my friends because they will dog themselves and say, I don't deserve this. They're doing this, they're doing that. And I don't belong in this space. Baby, you do. I've had friends that literally have done so much progress, got accolades, and then when they got something else or was brought another opportunity, they were like, the other people are way better. Babes, you're the other people. The other people are not way better. You're the other people. It's crazy when people, I've talked about this a lot, but just things that I hear when people speak about themselves, I'm like, I see you and I see this. But when you're talking about yourself, you're talking about yourself like this. Babes, you are the moment, okay? And the brain, that needs to be studied. It probably is studied, but just the art of thinking that you're not what you are or not worth what you are is crazy to me. Because if I was a friend looking at me and then hearing me on like a phone call or like in person saying, yeah, this is that, this is, oh my gosh, like today on set, I really enjoyed my day, by the way. This is not like a rant, because I actually enjoyed, like I loved, it was a good key. I met everybody was so nice. Director was so amazing, castmates, production, like everybody. But me in my head of just like looking at myself like, oh my gosh, mind you, I just had one, well, we did 2 scenes, but I did one, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, and it's like, it's crazy. If I was talking to a friend and hearing what I'm saying, like, oh my God, I would be like, Branson, do you know that you've done this many auditions, you've done this many classes, you've done this many training, you worked on this, you did that, and then now you're out here. It's just like, why are you saying you don't belong? But when I'm talking to myself, it's like, yeah, like obviously I did that, but I don't belong. And it's like, are you listening to yourself? Like what is going on? And I think that's why talking to the camera is helping me, because it makes me really realize, because I feel like I get that I feel like I feel you and I'm talking to you and you're talking to me and we're like talking back. This lighting is so tea. Oh my God, if y'all saw my lighting yesterday, I finally look decent for once. Like I feel like in most of my videos, I have my hair up, like flyaways everywhere, and I'm just like, but I just look decent for once, and I'm just looking out the hotel window like, okay, period. And yeah, but if I was talking to myself, and I was somebody else, I would say, no, let's sit down and chat and let's see what you've done to get to this moment. Okay, this is the moment, you're right where you're supposed to be. I'll look back at this and be like, wow, I was insane, because I'm just, you're crazy. So yeah, this is why you need to look at yourself like you're your friend, okay? I mean, some people probably do that. And if you do that already, salute to you, okay? Because that is a hard action to do. But start giving yourself more grace and more. And I don't know if I read it in a book somewhere. Like, I know people always recite, they're like, oh, I read this audiobook. Well, I did do that too, but it's hard for me to, when I get good information, sometimes I forget where I got it from, but I just take it with me and I run, okay? But I saw somewhere it was like, we're always our worst critics and we're like, you know, judging ourselves, but you wouldn't be like that to a friend. And I'm like, that's so tea. Like, that's so real. Like, you know, even the real friends that give you the real tough love or whatever, you know, they wouldn't be just, well, I mean, some people just dry dog their friends, but like I said, like, when they get you some new friends, you can give somebody the truth and be honest and give it to a real without like just attacking them, okay? But yeah, just talk to yourself like you're more of a friend. And that's what I had to do on set. I was like, Branson, you're meant to be here, like, calm down. And then it kind of worked. It did work. It did work. Okay? Me gaslighting myself, no, but it actually did. Talking to myself really made me more grounded and more, we're here, calm down, you're good, you're doing the scene, you're doing it done. And yeah, this video just really came to my mind literally when I was there. I was like, I need to make a video talking about this because I'm having these emotions and I want to let them out. And usually I make, like, my channel, she's for the people that just love to hear someone talk. I'm that person talking, okay? And yeah, so that really came to my mind on set, and I was like, I need to speak about this because imposter syndrome is real. And I feel like not enough people talk about it. Not enough people talk about it because people really have in their minds that everybody's just going so accelerated, so fast, so this, so that, and they're behind, or they're not here, they're not deserving. And it's like, no. You are deserving and you are here. And I know you're thinking like this, but they're also thinking like this too. Because I've met some people that have, like I said, accolades, that have done things. But, you know, at the end of the day, your mind is to your mind, okay? Because even, I'm pretty sure even like the biggest of stars, like in their mind, when they're in a room with other stars, they probably are like, what? Even like, we see clips all the time of our favorite celebs meeting other celebs and like being like, oh my gosh. So it's just like, it's a mind thing, and it's something we have to master, because once we learn how to live and master and get better over time with it, it won't be detrimental. Did I say that right? You tell me. Because we've learned how to cope, and that's why I'm so grateful that over these last, like, you know, few months, I've just been like more gathering. I'm like, no, you deserve, because now at this point I'm not like, I remember when I first stepped on a set like a few months ago, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? Like, what do you mean? Like, just go, like, action, huh? What do you mean action? How about you tell me where to go, exactly what to do, exactly where to stand, exactly like which way to look? Like, no, it's none of that, because like in the theater world, it's very different from film. If you're not from like either side, you won't know, and I'll explain it really quick. Theater, you're working on a show for like anywhere from like, you know, days, weeks, months, usually weeks to months. And then, you know, you have it for, you perform it a weekend or a month or a few months, it's whatever, but you work on it for a while. Film is very much, no, honey. It's giving, you get that script, memorize your lines, honey, and that day when your scene is up, you better be ready. So we're not like rehearsing all this. I'm not gonna work, like today, even like because you know, in film you don't film like sequence. So like they're meeting, they fall in love, they have an argument, then they re-fall in love. It's like, oh, they could film the argument and then they fall in love, and then they just meet like a whole 3 weeks later. So it's like, in my scene, it was just like, okay, we're just getting thrown in, which I love. Like I said, I love like filming and doing stuff. It was just, but it can be a lot. Like, you're like, oh my gosh. And why did I go on this whole tangent? This whole video is just me like saying, no, but imposter syndrome, yeah, guys. You deserve to be where you are and where you are going. And that is what you need to know. You need to know that you are at the right moment, in the right space, in the right time. And while also saying that, we have to try to have steps to keep going, okay, guys? Because we should never just expect everything to just fall in our lap, because the reality of life is that does not happen, which it would be amazing if it did, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Don't, can a boy dream, okay? But yeah, so I just want to shed light on imposter syndrome and talk about it a little bit. Maybe y'all could like talk about it in the comments, or just internally, because I'm also a silent watcher too. Like, I have so many YouTubers that I love that I watch religiously every day. I've never commented under a single video because I'm more of like a I get you, and I don't want anybody to like know that I get you, because like I don't need like if I comment then I get replies. I'm like, okay, look, I don't need you in my space. But if you do want to comment and you're one of the commenters, then yeah. But just want to talk about that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and until next time, bye.